Hey, what's going on? So yeah, everything's going good. Got the mobile company started up. Just in the process of getting a lot more advertisers and a lot more investors involved. Because what we're trying to do is get a couple of VCs involved, which is a very difficult process. Got to pitch them. Got to do all this. One thing I want to cover is you guys should always work to learn. Okay, you gotta learn how to sell. If you ever want to be anything in life, everything is about selling. You gotta learn how to close. Always be closing. That's one line that I'll never forget. I've had several sales jobs, and I've made a lot of money, and I've walked away from a lot of good jobs. In fact, I was gonna work for Lead Bolt. They wanted me to be an account manager. That was a while ago, but I passed up the offer. It was good money. They were gonna pay me $30,000 or $40,000 a year, pay for airfare and all that shit, and go to conventions and meet a bunch of affiliates. And people call me crazy for not taking that job, but that's not what I want to do. I want to focus on building my own business, not helping somebody else grow their own business. That doesn't make any sense to me. Um, yeah, so another thing I want to say is Facebook. Facebook pay-per-click is the way to go. You guys need to definitely jump on that boat because uh, that ship is going to sail very, very soon. I mean, there's advertisers getting in it. Everybody's getting into the know, and it's all about inside information. So I'm giving you a little bit of inside information and telling you to get on Facebook pay-per-click because it's not. You got to get more information than that because it's all being on the inside. But how far to the inside are you? Okay, you got to learn how to do this shit. You got to learn how to track. You got to learn how to convert. You got to learn how to make campaigns. You got to learn how to pick offers. You got to learn how to, there's a lot of shit you got to learn about that. But I mean, one of the most important things I would say is knowing how to create a very high, or how should I say, an ad that has a very high click-through rate. I would say use something that's a lot more human-like, a lot more like it's one of your Facebook friends has posted that picture on. That's what type of picture I would use for the ad. I would use it, definitely I would use a call to action, click here, sign up now, request info now, now, today, buy. Those words you want to use. Also, make sure you're doing 100% legit shit. I mean, I know the methods I've taught you before, they're not really ethical, but they work. But with Facebook PPC, you can actually make a pretty long-term income, like on education offers. I was running one of the biggest education offers on Facebook, made a shitload of money, but the company kind of fucked me out of my money. It's part of the business, but it's for the people who don't. When you take failure and you just accept it, then you're never gonna go anywhere. You gotta accept failure with open arms. You gotta learn from your mistakes. Without failing, you'll never learn. For example, if I were to, if I were a hairstylist, I'd have to cut somebody's hair a few times, and I'd probably end up messing up a few times before it actually cut a really nice haircut. So it's all about failing. Be like a Texan. Texans love to fail. When you go play, or gamble at a casino in Texas, you'll hear them shout like, "Yeah, shit, I lost fucking $25,000. Who the fuck can say I lost $25,000? I'd rather say that than say, yeah, I fucking lost $10 gambling. I lost 25 grand. That means I had money to blow. And am I gonna be mad about it? No. At least I know not to lose 25 grand again. Those are priceless lessons you'll never make. I was reading this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've read it several times actually. It's a very good book. But one of his other branches of his book, he talks about his wife, and her first real estate that she ever traded was bringing her. She bought the place for like $80,000, and it only brought her $25 a month in passive income. Now she's doing millions of dollars. But until she took that first step of buying that property, she would have never learned how to make millions. Before you can make millions of dollars online, you gotta learn how to make $20 online. So I suggest, if you're a newbie, YouTube, the method that I showed you, SEO, learn how to get some automated income. Also, I would put some money aside with any of the money you're making into a wealth account. Money that's strictly for investing, businesses, funding. Just put a little money of your paycheck away into a wealth account. any money that the money from the wealth account makes, reinvest that shit, because it'll keep growing. It's instead of putting into a savings account and growing 2%, 3% interest. Like, I went to Wells Fargo today, and the guy tried to pitch me a 3% interest rate. It's like, fuck you. I'd rather invest that shit into pay-per-click and get a 600% return on my investment. I mean, that's pretty high, but I've done it. I've gotten 1,000% return on investment on Facebook PPC. But yeah, so you know, do that shit. Get up on Facebook, learn it. There's no better way to learning Facebook pay-per-click other than jumping into there, just dipping your foot in the water and swimming your fucking way out. Be like a fish swimming your way out of the water. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna fail, but that's what you gotta know. You're going to fucking fail. Nobody does it perfect. No, I do it perfect, but nobody else does it perfect. Trust me, you just gotta jump in there and just fucking take action. That's all that matters. Get Prosper 202. That shit's free, hosted on your servers. Track every fucking thing. Track everything down to the ad copy, to the picture. You gotta be at least making, I mean bare minimum, you gotta be making 10 to 20 fucking campaigns a day. Split testing between age, gender, fucking city, fucking states, fucking interests, likes. I mean, I've had one campaign where I targeted a shitload of likes. I targeted at least like 30 or 40 different types of likes and interests, and then it was doing good. I was getting good ROI on it, but then guess what I did? I took it a step further, which nobody in this fucking world does, or nobody in the fucking world even says, is I took it a step further, and I made it so that I made a campaign for each of the likes. I made a separate campaign for each of the likes. I eliminated all the ones that didn't bring me shit and just kept the likes that brought me stuff. So do that. There's other methods you can do, like sending the traffic to a fan page or doing an HTML redirect to a non-legit page. I mean, there's tons and tons of shit everywhere. Money is everywhere. You just got to take the action. Anyways, I got to bounce, so I'm out. Later.